Hello everyone, welcome back to another Anything Goes Saturday. I remembered I have the soft pastels and I haven't used them in a while, so I pulled them out. I'm specifically going to use the blue and the green. I have a stamp set from Rubbernecker. This one is called Petunia Blooms set, and I'm going to use the image there. I have, my sentiment is coming from Simon Says Stamp Good Greetings 1, yes, and I'm using Just a Note, and I'm using the coordinating die that goes with it. I have a piece of watercolor paper. I have a piece of pattern paper, it's something Freedom. The information will be below, and I have my card base. I'm also going to use some silver and white sheer ribbon. I have some Versfine Onyx black ink, a water brush, and some water. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm using Versfine since I'm using water because it is waterproof. So let me take my thing off, flip this around. Right. And then I'm going to stamp this. And I'm going to put that there and let it sit a little bit while I put my piece back on top and close up my ink. It's watercolor paper, so I have to give it a little bit of extra time to transfer. And I hope this works. If not, I'll be pulling out the Misty and redoing it. Yes, it did. Now, I'm going to clean this because if I don't, it's going to stain it. And I'm going to dry this and I'll be back. I have it dry and I'm ready to go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my leaves first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to put down some chalk. All right, and then I'm going to take my water brush and I'm going to spread it around. And that may be too much. Let me get a towel that I can wipe it on so it's not as wet. I probably could have gone with a darker green, but that's all right. We'll find out how. You can also take your tip and put it on here and pick up color since this is so light. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take and dry this and add some more. Okay, let's add some more color. All right, now let's spread it around. That's better. It's a little darker. All right, now I've got to clean my brush because I'm going to do my blue. Oh, I missed a leaf. Now, I'm going to come down here to this one. This one, I want it to dry a little bit. That one's got to dry quite a bit. So let's just kind of play with this one. And I'm not being real careful about how I put it down because I'm going to spread it around. The only thing I want to be careful of is to make sure I don't have any blotches, so to speak, spots where the chalk isn't dissolved, so to speak. So if you have those pastel crayons, pull them out. All right. I'm going to go over here now and I'll do this one. I like that. I just hope it goes. I'm going to put that in there. Move all this out of the way and dry that. All right. My next step is to stamp my sentiment, and I'm just going to use, no, you know what? I want to find a blue. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to try this one. The cover looks like it'll match fairly well. We'll see if it does. And I'm going to stamp it on a scrap of paper. Let's see, does it fit? Yes. All right. Let's see. I got this free, so I don't know anything about this. There. Okay, I'm gonna clean my stamp and cut this out. All right, got it cut out, so let's get our card put together. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold and burnish my card base. Okay. And I need some roll tape here. On the back. All right, this one is on crooked, so I'm gonna change it up and put it on straight so it lays. Now it's crooked. All right, hold on. There we go. Whew. That was more difficult than it needed to be. All right, this I'm going to put on down here, and I'm going to put it on with some dimensionals, some foam adhesives. All right, so I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to add this with some foam adhesive also, but these are not as thick as those, and they're smaller, so. All right, now let me get the backs off of this. All right. And you know what? I'm going to put it right across the middle. I'm going to do a Jennifer McGuire. She puts hers right in the middle. All right, now I have to make my bow and stick it down. Blue dots. And I'm going to, let's see. I like this side better. It looks neater. So I'm going to put a glue dot to the left of the bow, to the right of the bow, or the knot, I should say, not the bow. And there's today's card. I already have picked out what I'm going to do next week, so make sure you come back to see what product I'm playing with. Have a super Saturday. Bye.